Now we will do tsunami. Tsunami is an earthquake which takes place on the seabed. So if this is the water line and this is the seabed, which is this is the land. So if the earthquake takes place on the seabed instead of in the land, then it is called tsunami. So first, why do earthquakes occur and what is an earthquake? So if this is our earth, this is not in one solid piece. If it was a solid piece, there would be no earthquakes. These are made up of plates. For example, this part is one plate, then another plate, then another plate, like this. So these plates are continuously moving. Like this plate might be moving in this direction, this plate is moving in this direction. So your GPS position, let us say this is your house. So the GPS position of your house is also changing every year by very small amount, maybe 1 millimeter. GPS position of all the countries, all the houses are changing. If you see this world map, earlier Earth was, I mean, the land mass was only one solid piece and there was only one ocean. Slowly, because of these moving plates, these parts started breaking up and drifting, and that caused our world map. Now, India, South Africa, Brazil, and you have different oceans, four or five oceans. Earlier, it was one ocean, one single landmass. So, when these plates which are rubbing against each other, like for example, this plate is rubbing against this plate, so there is a lot of stresses, built up stresses, and once these stresses are released, that causes an earthquake. For example, if this is one plate and this is the other plate, they are rubbing against each other, and suddenly they can explode. So that causes the earthquake. So when this earthquake happens under the water line on the seabed, that causes a tsunami. Now in the tsunami, if if it takes place in the deep sea, like suppose this is the seabed in the deep sea, and earthquake takes place here, then this whole water body starts moving in all directions at a very high speed of approximately 900 kilometers per hour, and the wave height is small until it reaches shallow water. So here the wave height is small, but as soon as it starts reaching shallow water, here the water depth is only so much shallow. Then what happens? The wave height starts increasing, and this speed starts decreasing. Speed might come to 100, but the wave height, which here was only half a meter, it might come to 6 meters. And as it goes near the shore, it becomes very big. Now, to create this wave height, you need water. So water comes from the sea as well as from the land. So the first sign of tsunami approaching land is that the water recedes. Like this water, to form this wave height, this water recedes. So earlier the water line was here. Now it comes to water recedes. Now this is the new water line. So if you are on a sea beach and you see the water has receded, that is a sign of tsunami. Now, if this earthquake happens very close to the land, let's say 50 miles, 100 miles, which happened in the year 2011 in Japan, this tsunami was on the seabed, which was very close to the land. So, this wave height was very big. But if it happens very far, let's say 1,000 miles from the land, so as the tsunami reaches the land, it becomes weak. So the wave height is not much, and the damage is not much. So when you see this first sign that the water has receded from the sea beaches or from a port, so the first action what we have to do is, if you have a automobile, two-wheeler, four-wheeler, you have to go inland as much as possible, 1, 2, 3 kilometers, because finally this wave is going to hit the shore and then go into the city. If you do not have this option, no automobiles, then you must go to a building which is very high or climb a tree or whatever, like that. So these are the problems of tsunami.